Yo, what's going on, guys? The Kitty Johnny GTV, and I'm back again with another video. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm fuming. 2 points dropped today. 2 points dropped, and no one can tell me that we didn't friggin' have this game in our hands. I felt like we had this game in our hands, and we dropped intensity. We could have won this game. This game should have been over in the first half. Like, I don't know about you guys, but there were just so many moments that I felt like we could have done better. We could have scored. This guy right here, Granit Xhaka, was the only goal scorer of the night. And you know what? Shout out to Granit Xhaka because he's on fantastic form at this moment in time. Granit Xhaka is playing out of his skin, playing at a different level at this moment in time. And you know what? I think Granit Xhaka needs to be a lot more respect needs to be put on his name from rivals, not because our fan base has shown that he is now a fan favorite, and we're starting to respect him more and more and more. People are talking about Gabriel Jesus' performance. Everyone really getting onto Gabriel Jesus. Yes, he did not have a great night on the night. And yes, that's 2 games back to back where he didn't score. But I'm not going to be doing this thing where I'm going to be there's not going to be a witch hunt for Gabriel Jesus on my channel. I'm not going to be going after him like the way some people are. I see people going after him ruthlessly, saying this guy can't finish, this guy can't score. He got 2 shots blocked, right? So they weren't even on target. He had 1 on target, and he had another. He had another one where it was like, I think he shot it and it hit the side netting, and then I forget what the other chances were. But yes, he didn't have the best night. But to vilify Jesus like the way some people are, it's not right in my opinion. And I just feel like there's so many favoritisms that's going on. Like, yes, we see people getting onto Odegaard the week before. Odegaard had a fantastic first half. He had a fantastic first half. Everybody was shocking in the second half. Let's be real. Nobody could do anything in the second half. We kept Southampton in this game with our own stupidity in the second half. Yes, the referees made terrible decisions, and I'm going to get onto the referees in a bit. But when I seen the lineup, I was gassed, people. When I seen the lineup, I was saying to myself, this lineup is good enough to beat Southampton. This lineup was a good lineup. We went out there, we played a strong team. Tomiyasu played left back, just so you guys know. Tierney was benched again, right? Tierney was benched again. So there was not much we could you could say that there was changes. There were no changes. The team was the same. So the team that beat Leeds should have been good enough to beat Southampton. But we've seen a similar level of drop off, maybe a little bit of complacency, maybe a little bit of fatigue, maybe a little bit of something, but we just did not see the same level of urgency from these guys. And it just worries me that we're seeing this so early in the season. Like, so it's 10 games into the season, and it looks like these guys are knackered at times. Like, we lack squad depth. We know that, but I'm not going to go on to talking about what we should have done in January, what we should have done what we should do in January, or what we should have done in the summer, because once we get there, we'll get there and we'll talk about that. Right now, what we need to talk about is these performances. There was some things that stood out, right? There were some things that stood out. Southampton, we took them lightly. We were up 1-0, and I felt like to finish them off, we had chances after chance after chance to score that second goal. Chance after chance after chance. We didn't do it. Frustrated the life out of me. We should have done better there. That is a fact, right? We do have ourselves to blame for not finishing our chances. Then Granit Xhaka scoring his goal. Granit Xhaka, I just want to take a moment to respect what Granit Xhaka has been able to do in the beginning of this season. He's absolutely playing fantastic, getting another goal, back-to-back games where he scored with his right foot. And also, we gotta give a shout out to Ben White for overlapping, showing that he can actually do the overlapping job, crossing it in, assist. And when that goal went in, let's be honest, we all thought the floodgates were going to open up and we were going to make it happen. But I really do believe the referee had a hand to play in today's game. Now, I know you're going to say, oh, Egal, why are you talking about the refs? Why are you blaming the refs? And I'm going to get to your comments in a second, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to get to everyone's comments in a second, I promise. But these refereeing decisions today were an absolute joke. Let's be real. Can we not just say, oh, you're crying wolf? It's not about crying wolf. The first one that took place, in my opinion, that was shocking, in my opinion, was this one here with bukayo Saka getting tripped. When bukayo Saka got tripped, let me show you guys what it looked like. Bukayo Saka, when he got tripped, they gave this as a dive to bukayo Saka. He got pushed by the defender, then tripped, and they gave it as a foul. They gave it as a dive. That is an absolute joke. Now, Don't say I'm not blaming the referee on every decision. This is a match reaction, so we're talking about it. That is clearly he tripped him, right? That's just a clear trip. Let's not lie. Let's not lie. Then you have this one here. What the hell was this guy doing? This guy was trying to DDT Jesus in the box. You're telling me a man who was trying to DDT Jesus in the box, getting away with he was getting away with murder on this situation. The refereeing decisions were poor. We cannot lie. Why are people sitting here saying you're blaming referees? You can point out when a referee's made clear poor decisions, made poor decision after poor decision in this game. That is an absolute cast iron fact that he made poor decision after poor decision in this game. Let's not try to lie, right? Let's not try to sit here and say, "Oh, you're saying something that's ridiculous." We all watch the game. We can all watch football and denounce that was a poor refereeing performance from that referee. And then can we get on to this? Can we get on to this guy? This absolute waste man. What the hell was this? What the hell was this? You're telling me this wasn't a headbutt. You're telling me this wasn't this guy wasn't trying to headbutt the guy. Like I really don't know what game the referee was watching. This was clearly something where you should have looked at it and you should have maybe sent the guy off or something, because he literally tried to headbutt him. Now, enough about all that. Enough about all that. Enough about all of that, right? After all of those refereeing performances, I'm still going to tell you guys, all the referee did was he kept Southampton in the game. What we had to do, it was our job. We had to take it upon ourselves. I fully agree that the referee had a poor performance. You guys probably do too. But take the referee performance aside. I'll move that aside for a second. I'm looking at some of our players and I'm saying, you know what? You should have done better. That was 2 points dropped. 2 points dropped. Could Ramsdale have done better to save the chance? Possibly. Could Ramsdale have done something to save it? When we needed to save, could he have done something better? Maybe. Maybe. Just maybe. You're looking at Saliba. Saliba was a part of that Armstrong goal. Could he have done something? Could he have done something? Tomiyasu found it hard in that situation, in that moment. Could he have done something better? Am I tripping? Am I tripping? Bukayo Saka, I thought Bukayo Saka was on point. I thought Martin Odegaard was on point. But in the second half, a lot of guys dropped off. Their second half performance was not that good. Not that influential in the second half, majority of them. Like, everyone talks about Gabriel Jesus. Elephant in the room for everyone. Elephant in the room for everyone is Gabriel Jesus. People keep going on and 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 on about Gabriel Jesus. All I'm seeing is everybody talking about Gabriel Jesus. Everyone pointing the finger at Gabriel Jesus. Yes, he did have a poor performance. Yes, he didn't score a goal. Yes, he does have flair and flicks and everything else. And in the final third, he was not that clinical today. But did he really have that many chances for people to be saying, oh my God, he should have scored one of those chances? But it was also a good save. Are we going to deny the fact that it was a good save from the other team? Like, sometimes you can say a guy should have scored, but it's also a good save from the keeper. So I'm not going to be on here vilifying Gabriel Jesus like some people are. I'm not going to be vilifying Gabriel Jesus like some people are. I'm going to get to your comments in a second, ladies and gentlemen. I promise I will read every single comment in a second. But let me know, what did you guys think about Gabriel Jesus' performance? Did you really want to get on to Gabriel Jesus that much and say, you know what, it's his fault that we dropped points today? Because I don't think it was his fault. I don't think you can denounce that today was all down to Gabriel Jesus. It wasn't. It wasn't all down to Gabriel Jesus. There was many different factors that had to play. And Armstrong does love scoring a goal against us. This guy, he's a nuisance in our side. Although it would have been nice to get 10 wins in a row, we couldn't. We didn't do it. We tried our best. We tried our best, but we couldn't. And you know what? Although for the spectacular goal from Xhaka and the performances that we've had over the week, you're going to drop points at some point throughout the season. And that's just the reality, people. But yeah, let's just get to some of your comments before we do the player ratings. Come on, come out wherever you are. The script is ready. Blame the refs. Here we go again. Come on, bro. Jesus finishing reminds me of Sonogo. Bro, that is so harsh. What are you talking about? Really? Come on, Don Arsenal TV. You really believe that Jesus should be compared to Sonogo? That is the most. That is absolutely like. Come on, you're taking things too far now. You're taking things too far. Like, This is a howler from you, man. Like, respectfully, how are you comparing him to Sonogo? You can't be comparing him to Sonogo. Really? You really believe you should be comparing him to Sonogo? Like, that is such a harsh comparison. I can't believe it. Like, we're already turning on Jesus. Is this what it is? Two performances where he doesn't score a goal and we're turning on the guy. He literally got an assist against Liverpool. Are we forgetting that? Anyways, let me get to the next comment. What's the next comment? 1-0 Newcastle. Come on, Newcastle! Tottenham need to drop points. Let's do it. Should have finished the game off. The referees' inconsistencies for everyone. No point of blaming the referees. And I'm not blaming the referees. I'm telling you straight up, it was a poor performance from us in the second half. Everyone was poor in the second half. I'm struggling to name a good performer in the second half. We had Eddie Nketiah come on, not really a factor. Fabio Vieira came on, not really too much of a factor. Eddie Nketiah actually struggled when he was on the left wing also. This was a comeback draw. Stop gassing up the goal scorer. I'm not really gassing up the goal scorer. I'm literally I was doing a match reaction, so I'm giving my take on the game fully. Like, I get it that who does this guy support? Is he a Chelsea fan or something? Yeah, definitely knows a little bit about talking about a goal scorer when you don't pick up the 3 points. So I don't know why you're talking. It's literally the first game that we had this situation. But I get you. You keep chatting shit. It's fine. You're here to drink tears. It is what it is. I see how people do it. We got lucky. No point today. What should have lost today? What game are you watching? We should have lost. What game are you watching? What game are you watching? What? Odegaard was awful. I warned you about this guy. Did you watch Odegaard today? Come on, Tommy. What are you talking about? Odegaard was awful. Odegaard saved our ass numerous times, and he started off the game very hot. Egal, you were laughing at the Vlahovic links. Now you are pandering at Jesus. No chance away. Not putting chances away. You know what? He didn't put his chances away, but I still don't want Vlahovic, personally. Jesus is more like Laka region. That is so ridiculous to say that. That is a ridiculous comment. Why are we comparing him to the thing? Gabriel, bang average manager. Bro, are you Arteta out already? You literally just messaged me Arteta in last week. Now you're Arteta out. This guy makes no sense. If this is ruled out, game's gone. What's ruled out? I'm confused. Blaming the referees. I'm not blaming the referee. I was literally just pointing out the inconsistencies in the refereeing decisions. Stop it. How many times do I have to say that? Stop being about the referees. The referee is inconsistent for all teams. I get that, but I still can point out and show you guys what refereeing decisions I disagreed with and what I thought about those refereeing decisions. At the end of the day, we deserved the draw. No referee to blame me. Vieira is terrible. I wouldn't say Vieira is terrible. When he came on, he didn't really show us much. Tactically, minuscule. What? Miscalculations. Tactical miscalculations. Hussein, you might be right. It might have been a tactical miscalculation. But what player specifically, or what specifically did you think was the tactical mistake that Mikel Arteta made? Let me know. Because in my opinion, if I was going to look at the team and I was going to say there might have been a mistake somewhere, where could I say there was a mistake? Would you? No, Tomiyasu's been good. You can't even say that was a mistake. The midfield solid. That was our best midfield potentially out there. The front three, the way that we played, I don't think it was a tactical mistake. I think it was more of a situation where we just made a mistake in the sense that we didn't have the intensity. We didn't show the level of intensity that we needed to show to continue to push for that goal. We went into a shell of ourselves, really did, and we couldn't get that second goal. And from the second half until they scored that goal, we didn't really look like we were going to score. And then that goal that was ruled out, that because it was kicked, because it was out of bounds, but for Odegaard, I thought that was going to kickstart our game again, but it didn't, and it was very unfortunate that it didn't do that. Vieira, what? Come on, Skills, you're trolling. Skills, you're trolling. You're trolling. Egal, relax talking about the referees being consistent. Stop blaming the refs. You guys just keep talking about me blaming refs. Some people saying facts. Speak on Vieira. We'll talk about Vieira when we get to the player ratings, because in my opinion, Vieira came on, he didn't really impact the game. What more is there to say about Fabio Vieira? He came on, he didn't impact the game at all. He didn't really do much. What did he really do? Like, that is a reality. Newcastle 2-0. Wow! Newcastle 2-0. I didn't even notice. Damn, shout out Newcastle. I gotta go check this game out in a bit. Yeah, great result for us. If Newcastle, come on Newcastle, that is massive. That is massive. If Newcastle can pick up 3 points versus Tottenham, Egal on smoke, bro. It is what it is. It is what it is. People asking for the links. I'm gonna send you guys the links in a second. Let me just do the player ratings, and then I'll send you guys the links. By the way, man of the even though we drew, who would you guys give the man of the match to? I know you don't want to give a man of the match to anybody, especially when we draw, but Xhaka was definitely our best player. I agree. I think Xhaka, is there anybody close to Xhaka really? Because Xhaka scored the goal, you could say Xhaka. And who else would you say? Would you put Ben White in that conversation? No. I just feel like it was just Xhaka only, really. Only Xhaka stood out for me. Complete midfield performance in the first half, but he was just with the rest of the team, didn't really influence the second half, and the whole Arsenal team struggled. So it was like you can't really point out one or two people for that second half performance. Everyone struggled in the second half. So it was like Xhaka for me was the man of the match. I thought Xhaka was probably the best player on the team. And is there a debate that Xhaka was the best player in the game? Let me know who your man of the match was, people. I think Xhaka was definitely the man of the match. No debate about it in my books. But if you guys have any other candidates, let me know. I would like to know who the potential candidate you guys would think it is. And I know it's a game that we draw. It was a comeback draw, as the person said earlier in the comment section. So you can't really go on about it too much, but you can still say who was the best out of the bad bunch in the game, because it wasn't the best of games, to be honest. It was very lackluster in the second half. First half was fine. Hasenhüttl did well. Yeah, Hasenhüttl did well. Yeah, his team kept his game. Egal, you look dejected. I saw. Yeah, man, bro. It's a very disappointing defeat. It's a very it feels like a defeat. We didn't even lose. It feels like a defeat, and we didn't even lose. We drew. This is where we are at. We're still first in the table, by the way. But for God's sakes, we could have. Oh man, could have done more. Let me just see what people are saying. People are talking about stop moaning about the referees. We looked leggy. Yes, we did look tired at times. Definitely looked tired at times. And that's one more thing that's just, what are we going to do? How are we going to freshen up the squad? Because do we really have the squad depth to freshen up the squad and make too many changes? I'm worried. I'm starting to get worried. Aubameyang was way better than Jesus. Fraud. Miss him. What? I don't miss Aubameyang. Aubameyang didn't offer us nothing in the final third besides just tapping it in here and there eventually. Jesus at least can do more than him. I can't wait for ESR's return. You know what? I miss ESR. Miss ESR badly. Miss ESR. ESR hopefully can come back soon, man. ESR needs to come back ASAP, because he has that. He came on a lot of games last season and ended the games off for us. He came on a lot of games and ended the game off. Halftime, Tottenham 2-0 down. Wow, that's big. That's big. Egal, big up. The team dropped points only to City. Wow. Egal, big teams. All big teams dropped points. Only City won. Yeah, that might be true. All big teams could potentially drop points. With Liverpool losing, Chelsea and Man United drawing. This is going to be the perfect result for us. Honestly, it could be the perfect result for us. Chelsea fans talking to Southampton beat you 2-0. Yeah, that is true. Southampton did beat them 2-0. And if I'm not mistaken, was it in their house? Was it in their own? Was it at Stamford Bridge that Southampton beat them? Okay, so time for player ratings, people. Time for player ratings. Let's do the player ratings, and I'll write these down also. So I want to know. Let me know in the chat. Everyone in the chat, put your number in for the player. So the first one is going to be Ramsdale. Ramsdale. What did we think about Ramsdale? Because let's start these player ratings, and then we can get the calls in at the end. What are we saying, people? Ramsdale. What did we think of Ramsdale's performance? Because in my opinion, and I'm looking at you guys as I'm saying this right now, and Ramsdale did not really do much this game besides that one chance where they had to save it and couldn't really do it. He was under a lot of pressure when it came to when kicking the ball out here and there. But besides that, did they really create that many chances? Did Southampton really do that? Let's be real. Let's be real. Let me just look at the shots to see how many shots they even had on target, because I don't remember them having. You see, they had 3 shots on target. We had 3 shots on target. I think giving him a 5 is not fair. So I agree with some of you guys in the chat. I would give him a 6, but I'm just saying, what did he really have to do? Yeah, 6 is fair. 6 is fair. 100%. 6 is fair. Now, so we're gonna give 6 for Ramsdale. Moving on to the next player. Who are we gonna go next? Ben White. Ben White. I'm gonna give Ben White 7. I'm gonna give Ben White a 7. Don't forget, he got forward. He was a big part to play with the goal. I thought Ben White was really solid. I'm gonna give Ben White a 7. Let me put on the player rating. Arsenal player rating. Tier list. 1 second. Let me just pull up the Arsenal player rating tier list for this season. 1 second. Let me pull this up. 1 second. Where is it? Come on. Come on. Okay, here we go. Stupid. This thing is giving me a headache. Okay, you know what? Forget that. Just let me know what you guys thought about Ben White. I'm gonna get this up in a second. Please have some patience with me here, guys, as I get this up. Arts blog. Here we go. So we gave Ramsdale a 6. We gave Ben White a 7. Right. We're gonna move on to Saliba now. What are we giving Saliba, people? Let me know what are we giving Saliba in the chat. Let me know what are you guys giving Saliba? Because I thought Saliba was 6 at best, because similar to Ramsdale, we had that one chance where he had to do something and couldn't really get it done. So let's see. When you said Egal, remember when they said people said Tottenham were going to win the league? Yeah. So you giving Ramsdale a 5? I mean Saliba a 5. Saliba's getting a 5. Ben White's getting a 5. What the hell? Ben White was solid. Ben White's getting a good rating. Yeah, there you go. Some of you guys are 6. Yeah, 6. That's what I'm saying. I'm giving Saliba a 6. What are we giving Gabriel? I'm thinking Gabriel should also get the same rating, or like 6.5. Didn't really notice Gabriel for anything negative today. I thought Gabriel was solid. Didn't really notice anything negative. So Saliba's getting a 5, 6. Big up skills. Chelsea fan in the house saying big up skills. Active saying Ben White was solid. Chelsea fan, big up. Honestly, what are we giving? I'm saying 6 around for these two. Do you guys disagree? Let me know if you guys disagree, because I'm saying, you know what? I would even say Gabriel deserves a little bit more. Give him a 6.5. 6.5 or even 7. Because I felt like Gabriel was a little bit better than Saliba. So yeah, 7, 6.5 for Saliba, 6. Gabriel was very good today. What the F? I agree. I'm just saying, I originally had Gabriel going a little bit higher than Saliba, because Saliba did on his side was the side where the goal was conceded. So I'm saying 6 for Saliba, 6.5 for Gabriel. Although they said he's had a monster performances and made 10 clearances. Just goes to show you what I have, what I know. Then maybe, what do we think about Tomiyasu's performance today? Let me know. If we gave Gabriel a 6.5, what are we giving Tom? You know what? I was extremely harsh giving him a 6.5. I want to change that. Give him a 7. Move it up to 7. What are we giving? Are we giving Tomiyasu the same rating as Saliba? Because Tomiyasu is 5. Tomiyasu has 5. Arteta, please bring Kieran Tierney back at left back. You know what? I agree with you. We definitely need to see Kieran Tierney play left back. But who do we play next? Do we play in Europe next, right? So in our next game in Europe, do we play Tomiyasu against PSV? Or hopefully Zinchenko's back. Once Zinchenko's back, against Nottingham Forest, do you want to see Zinchenko, Tierney, or Tomiyasu at left back? Because in my opinion, I agree, Tomiyasu should get more game times at right back, and Tierney should be playing more games at left back. But let's just find out what Arteta's going to do. Because in my opinion, I said in the last game, Eddie Nketiah should have been getting more game time, but Eddie Nketiah himself is looking poor. So I don't know what Arteta's going to do. He's going to continue to stick with the same team. Now that we drop points, maybe he's going to change it. So because we drop points, I think he might change it, and he might bring in Kieran Tierney. Definitely Zinchenko if fit. But yeah, so I think KT is going to start versus PSV. And if KT doesn't get 90 minutes, that will be an indication that he will start the next game versus Nottingham Forest. You're slapping Forest next week, 100%. We're at home. We're not going to lose to Forest at home. Finding Gakpo. Shout out Finding Gakpo. People are saying Tomiyasu was poor, 5.5, 5.5, 5.5. You guys are all giving him 5.5s. Was he worse than, who was worse? Saliba or Tomiyasu? We can give him the 5.5. There you go, 5.5. But I originally had him at the same as Saliba. So you guys dropped him down a peg. Moving to the midfield. I thought Xhaka was the best player in the game, and Thomas Partey was not that bad. I thought Thomas Partey was excellent in the first half. I thought he was really good in the first half. I thought second half is where the whole team fell off, and he was part of the falling off. And it wasn't him specifically. It was more like just there was no defensive screening from anybody in that midfield, him and Xhaka in the second half. So can we judge them fairly? Because if we're saying, if we're giving, Ramsdale 6s and we're giving 7s to Ben White, then Xhaka has to be an 8. But in a game that we drawn, can we really give Xhaka an 8? So I'm saying maybe 7.5. That's what I'm thinking. But in the same breath, I'm looking at Thomas Partey and I'm saying I'm not giving him anywhere near Xhaka. I got to give him a 6 or a 6.5. And I felt like Thomas Partey was really good in the first half, but the whole team dropped off and he was part of it. He didn't screen defensively. The team was just getting run past, and he was a big part of that. So yeah, we got to move him down a little bit. People saying Tomiyasu was getting 5s. Well, let's see what you guys are doing over here. 7.5, 7.5. Big up Tommy in the house. Big up Tim in the house. Shout out Tim Smith in the house, one of the original mods. Beat them 1-0. That will be shock. Yeah, if we beat them in a close game, that would be shocked. Correction, Xhaka 7.5. Partey 5.5. He looked tired. Wow, really? Spurs in the mud. They really thought they could beat Newcastle. Yeah, they definitely are. Big up my guy Mustafa in the house. Big up Tim. Shout out all the mods. Yeah, so let me know, guys. What are you guys saying? Give me your ratings for Thomas Partey and Xhaka right now, quickly, before we move on to the next players. Partey was a 5.2. What the hell is that? You're giving Partey a 5.2. I've already waxed lyrical about Xhaka this whole game, so you guys know why he's getting that rating. But Partey, I think that's fair. You guys are saying even draw. You guys are giving him 5, so I'm gonna drop him down to a 6. And we'll go with 7.5 for Xhaka. Odegaard. I thought Odegaard was good. I don't know about what the hell Tommy's talking about. I thought Odegaard was really good. I thought Odegaard was decent. I looked at Odegaard's performance and I said to myself, you know what? First half, he really saved us with that chance where they looked like they were going to get on a break, and he's the one that intercepted it and got us the ball. He was really fighting in the opening minutes to try to get a goal. He looked like he was really involved in the game in the first couple minutes, but then tailed off near the second half. On another day, he would have got on that goal sheet easily, or would have got an assist easily. It was just a strange decision, in my opinion, to take him off for Fabio Vieira when I thought he was one of the better players in the game. I didn't really know why they subbed him off. I thought you should have maybe kept him on and found another substitution or another change. But yeah, Odegaard got subbed off, and and Fabio Vieira didn't really show us much. People saying give him a 7. People saying 6.5, 6.5. Yeah. Yo, we got 22 people in here and we only got 13 likes. What's going on, people? What happened to the likes today, people? What happened to the likes? You guys aren't liking the goddamn video? Like the goddamn video. It's absolutely free. Hit that like button right now. Why are you guys taking so long to hit that like button? Come on, people. What are we doing here? Hit that like button. It's absolutely free. People saying 6.5. I don't think I'm going to change my I don't think I'm going to change my decision because of you guys for this one. I already originally said that I'm thinking about giving him a 6. I was already thinking about giving him a 6 or a 7, but I originally said to myself, if the man of the match is getting a high rating, then Odegaard could have got a higher rating. But the fact that the man of the match is Xhaka for me, and Xhaka's only getting a 7.5, he was nowhere near Xhaka. But the fact that Partey got a 6, he cannot get anywhere near Partey. So he needs to get better than Partey in between Xhaka. So I'm going between 6.5 or potentially a 7. So I'm gonna go 6.5. Whoa. 6.5. 6.5 for Odegaard. My logic being that he played really well in the first half. On another day, he would have got a goal or assist easily. And you know what? Just subbing him off didn't make sense. I think he even got the goal that was disallowed late in the game. You know what? I gotta raise him up to a 7. Guys, just look at Odegaard's game in this game. He didn't really do too much wrong. And if I'm giving Ben White a 7, I gotta give Odegaard a 7. What did we think about Saka's performance today? Right? What did we think about Saka's performance? Let me know what you guys think. 5s from the 6 later. Yes, Egal. Yes. Yes, I am. I am doing 5s from the 6 later. I'm going to be with the boys. All of us are going to be here. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, and hit that like button right now if you haven't already done so. I don't know what happened to the audience today, but hey, you guys aren't around. I'm going to put the link out right now for the people who want to jump on. You guys can jump on, and we're just almost done the player rating. So let's do Saka and Martinelli next, and let me know what you guys thought about Saka and Martinelli's performances. By the way, that was not a dive on Saka. That was not a dive. He didn't deserve that yellow card. That was absolute bullshit. Bullshit, in my opinion. Bullshit. But yeah, I'm thinking giving Saka a 6. He wasn't really impactful in the second half, but a majority of the team wasn't. The whole team was poor in the second half. So I'm giving him a 6, and I'm saying, you know what? That's maybe even too nice. But I'm just saying that's a 6. He's starting to look tired. He looked tired against the last minutes against Leeds, and he looked tired against PSV. And we just need to find a way to get these guys some rest. Hopefully we can, because next year we're going to need them in the Champions League. If we're in the Champions League, and we're going to need a way to improve our squad depth. This is ridiculous. So 6. Moving on to Martinelli, I'm going to give Martinelli, I think it's fair to say you give Martinelli the same rating as Saka, or just because I felt like they were both the same. Very influential in the first half, very good at creating opportunities in the first half, driving in that past that defender into the box, trying to create cutbacks. But in the second half, didn't really have much to do. It's the same script for almost every player. 6 for him also. But yeah, what are people saying for Saka? Saka got a 6. People saying 6. Now, Jesus, give us your ratings for Jesus, people. Give us your ratings for Jesus. And what's going on? Give us your ratings for Jesus, people.
Yo, Egal,
Jesus? Rating for Jesus.
I'd give Jesus a 6. I think he done a lot of good work. Yeah.
I defended the guy all day, but I'm not gonna lie, it was one of his poor games today.
Hear me out.
I'm not vilifying him, but 6, I think, is a little bit unfair when you think about the fact that we're giving 6s to Saka, Partey, Tomiyasu, Saliba. Like,
hear me out. I think he done everything right today. Just the final touch was just all over the place. I think Jesus will score in the next few games. It's just right now he's going through a patch where he's maybe not finding his feet properly, but trust me, the goals will come. People are just overreacting, man. Jesus today, he skipped past how many players, was dribbling very well today. It's just the final touch. That's all he needs to get right. A bit of practice in training, and he's good.
Okay. Let me just I'm just gonna say this. I'm gonna give him a 5.5. I think that's fair, but I'm not giving him a 6. I'm not giving him a 6. I feel like a 6 would have meant that he did a lot better. Piss down in London right now. Yeah, it's raining bad over here where I am too. It's raining bad over here where I am too. But yeah, I'm gonna give Jesus a 5.5. Moving on. What did they give Jesus? They gave him a 6. Eddie and Ketia didn't really do much. Tierney was solid. Give Tierney a 5.
Eddie came on.
Give Tierney. He struggled. He struggled when he came on.
He came on and was playing on the left. I don't think you can put Eddie on the left.
Yeah, he struggled out on the wing. I don't know. Maybe Jesus should have been on the wing.
Yeah, that would have made more sense. But
so we're gonna go 5.
Yeah, I'd give him a 4.
I'm just gonna give him a 5 because I felt like he didn't have enough time to impact the game.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then Fabio Vieira, I don't think we can even rate Fabio Vieira. Man came on and he was just poor. Like,
yeah, he needs to bulk up, man. This is the Premier League, man. It's rough. It's rough. So you gotta get in the gym.
Yeah, you definitely can't even rate the guy. But yeah, people, just before we wrap up, I'm gonna just bring on Tommy and M, see what they gotta say before we go. And yeah, don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'm gonna be back with another video tonight. Vibes from the 6 is gonna be on tonight, where we're gonna be talking about everything going on. We're gonna talk about the United Chelsea game. We're gonna talk about the Liverpool loss. We're gonna talk about Arsenal versus Southampton with the boys, and we're also gonna get into some other stuff. So don't go anywhere. But yeah, Tommy, M, I'll start with you, M. What did you think about the game, bro?
Overall, I think it was disappointing. First half, I think we were good. Great work from Ben White. Lovely goal from Xhaka. Xhaka is really, really, really impressing me game by game. Even in the second half, I think he was one of the few players that didn't drop off. He always keeps his level. He's maintained a standard now, and he's really keeping it. I hope he carries on playing like this because it's very good to watch. Ben White making those overlapping runs. We've seen it in the last few games, and I hope he carries on doing that as well. Second half, I think we were really poor. We were giving the ball away. I think Partey had a very good first half. I think in the second half, he was really poor, giving the ball away in dangerous areas, giving them chances after chances. But during the 90 minutes, what I'd say is Arsenal, if we were a bit more clinical today, we could have been talking very differently now with 3 points. What I've got to say is the main thing we could take away from this game is, again, the squad depth, the players on the bench. Eddie, Fabio Vieira, they came on and didn't do anything. So hopefully the board are watching this and looking at reinforcements in January, because the starting 11 is good. I think every Arsenal fan knows that, but the bench is lacking quality. It's lacking quality, and we really need to reinforce in January, because if we want to finish as high as possible, which every Arsenal fan does, we need to reinforce in January. That's all I got to say.
Yo, what's good, Yasin? My guy Yasin in the chat, bro. Shout out Yasin. Go ahead, Tommy, and try not to piss me off.
Yeah, Tommy's moving mad in the comments with
Tommy,
Odegaard.
what the hell are you talking about? Today's not the day to make fun of Odegaard.
Yeah, I don't think that's the day.
Today's not the day to be saying I'm not sure about Odegaard, because he wasn't the guy who made any mistakes.
He was just disallowed as well towards the end.
Does he score more goals? So no, I'm sorry, but not my cup of tea.
What the hell are you talking about?
Scored 4 goals this season. I think that's decent.
Yeah, 4 goals is fine. But like I said, we got what we deserve. For me, we should have lost that game anyway. We got what we deserve.
What?
We were lucky to come away with a point. We were lucky to come away with a point. What do you mean? What?
Did Southampton make a chance?
Second half, they were all over us, mate. We kept on giving the ball away. What do you mean what? What do you mean what?
When were they all over us?
We wasn't that good second half. They had chances.
We weren't good second half, but did they create a lot of chances?
What are you talking about, man?
Did they create a lot of chances?
Not that many chances. But
so then what are you talking about?
Let me get straight to the point, yeah?
Go ahead.
Please. Well, yeah, this result, yeah. Well, it's like I said, it's 2 points dropped, and the Southampton deserved their point. But for me, if you want to win the league, you can't keep playing like this if you want to win the league. These players, they act like they don't want to win the league. Playing like this. It's not good enough, man. We're lucky to come away with a point. I mean, we're lucky with a point. For me, we got lucky against Leeds last week. I thought we should have lost again. We should have lost today, you know? We were lucky with a draw, bruv. We wasn't that good today.
I disagree.
Tom.
No. What do you mean disagree?
Tom.
No.
1 second, bro.
You two.
I'm gonna let you finish.
Two, man.
I'm gonna let you finish. I'm just gonna say this, Tom. Last week against Leeds, we had a goal disallowed. We had another goal. I mean, they had a goal disallowed. They had a last-minute penalty that was reversed. Today was completely different. Today we were going for that other goal. If anyone was going to go and get a winner, it was Arsenal, because we were pushing for it. Southampton parked the bus at the end, and they were just trying to withstand the pressure. So this whole thing about that makes no sense, my guy.
All right. Think what you say. That's you, mate. That's you, yeah. But like I said,
bro, did you not see how many chances we had in that first half?
Yeah, we had a lot of chances, and Jesus, and for Gabriel Jesus, I can see why Pep sold him.
That's reactionary.
What are you talking about?
That's so reactionary.
I can see why Pep sold him. I can see why.
Tommy, you have your today you're on agenda.
I don't have agendas.
Yes,
I don't have
You
agendas.
literally came on and talked about Odegaard.
Yeah, I know that. I don't have agenda against him. It's just not my cup of tea. But like I said,
that is an agenda.
I don't have my agenda against him. I praised him. I know what agenda is, but I don't have my agenda against him. I'm just not a fan of him.
Okay, fair.
And with Jesus, yeah, I can see why Pep sold him. I can see why. Pep, so you
I'm not going to take Jesus slander. I feel like Jesus slander is not necessary because the whole team had poor second half, really.
You see,
but let me go.
You make excuses for this guy. I don't get you sometimes, Egal. You make excuses for this guy.
Bro, the whole team had a poor second half.
Yes, I know the whole team had a poor season. But like I said, it's not the end of the world. We'll take it and move on. But we were lucky to come away with a point today. We wasn't.
No,
that
we
great.
weren't. It was 2 points dropped, not 1 point gained.
I never said it was a good point. I never said it was a point. I'm saying we were lucky to come away with a point.
We got lucky.
Because Southampton were the better team second half, man.
What?
I'm sorry, they were. They
were not the better team in the whole game, though.
No, first half we were better than them.
Let me just go, Tom. Let me just
sorry.
go to Yasin, and then we'll come back to we'll wrap it up soon. Yasin, what are you saying? Yasin.
Yeah, yo, bro, what's up, man?
Chat to me.
Yo, what's up? What are we saying, man? What are we saying? That game, I didn't really watch much of it. The ending, the first half, you lot dominate that game. This is a massive 2 points drop in it by you two. You know what I mean? But yeah, that first half it was good. You should have won that game for me, in my opinion. First half was great. Second half, the football was just awful. You know what I mean? I think Saka today, pretty average performance by him. You know what I mean?
No, but do you agree with him that he said Southampton should have won the game?
No. I think you're like overall probably the better team today. I don't know. It's sticky. I think Southampton were better in the first half, but yeah, first half 100% you were better. Second half just fell off. Yeah.
All right, bless. Yo, my guy DJ N1 in the house. We got Alex Johnson saying 80 minutes. See no creativity. Once our attack played bad and affected the midfield defensively and our goalkeeper. What? Kind of confused. Well, yeah, Alex Johnson, let me read that again. From 80 minutes, I see no creativity. Once our attack playing bad, it affected our midfield and our defenders to our goalkeepers. That's true.
No creativity. Once our attack playing bad.
Okay. Yo, I'm hearing echo. But yo, M, what are you saying?
Yo, this Jesus slander needs to stop, man. He had one bad game. And I don't even think he had an overall bad game. I think his finishing in the final third today wasn't the best. But bro, hasn't this guy scored like 6 goals already this season? So I think people are being very, very reactionary. The goals, I'm pretty sure the goals will come, man. It's just he's going through a tough moment, and all players go through a tough moment.
Okay,
so
true.
yeah, man.
Yeah, yo, people. Honestly, I just feel like 2 points dropped. Poor display in the second half. Individuals do not deserve slander when the whole team is playing bad in the second half. If there was mixed performances where some people were still playing good in the second half, I would understand the Jesus slander. But you can't do that right now. And also,
Really?
he just signed
We
the
can't
back.
do
To be
that.
saying, I
If I'm
understand
being
that.
real, you know, there were a few chances Jesus should have finished
Dude,
off.
Pep's
No,
sold
I
him.
agree with that.
Yeah.
But that was in the first half when he missed a couple chances, and also the refereeing was allowing this guy to get body slammed in the box like it was a madness. But besides that, in the first two chances that he had in the first half where they were blocked, one chance where he side netted it, and another one where it went straight to a goalkeeper and it was a good save from the goalkeeper. Those 4 chances that he had, he should have done better. But in the same breath, I have said that the whole team performed bad. Jesus should have scored, but we're not going to be here digging him out after this performance. It doesn't make sense to me to be saying the whole day.
So you're just gonna defend him. You're just gonna defend this guy. You're just gonna
it's
defend
not
him.
you said something ridiculous earlier, bro. You're saying I understand why
I
Pep
just
sold
thought-
him because
all right,
today's game.
defend him. Like I said, no wonder Pep sold him. No wonder Pep sold him.
Wow. I think that's spoiled. I think that's a spoiled type of thing. Like,
I'm giving him a free as well, man. Free.
What?
For my Paler rating, I'm gonna give him a free.
Tommy, that is so reactionary.
Wow.
Nice,
You see why Pep sold him? You see why Pep sold him? You see why? You see why? But
Why did Pep sell him?
Why did Pep sell him?
Because
Yeah.
it wasn't good enough. It wasn't good enough.
No,
I'm sorry.
that's
It
not why
wasn't
he
good
sold him.
enough.
That's not why he sold him. He would have happily kept him. He would have happily kept him on the bench in the Alvarez role. But Jesus wanted to get game time because of the World Cup.
This guy hasn't even got 15 or 20 goals in his career.
He didn't want to keep. He didn't sell him because of he wasn't good enough for his team. He sold him because he didn't want. Jesus wanted to expand his game and have more of a game.
That's fine, man.
To be more part of a team where he's a focal point.
That's fine, man. These players.
I've seen a few
they just don't
go
want
after
to be
Odegaard. You know what I mean? I understand what
these
I hate.
players, man.
Bro, Yasin, what'd you say?
I've seen their Arsenal fans, hate on Odegaard. I don't understand where this hate's coming from. You know what I mean?
Bro, today's not the day to be hating on Odegaard. Odegaard was fantastic in the first half. Second half, he scored a goal and it was disallowed. And it's like he got subbed off. I don't know why he even got subbed off. He was probably one of the only people out of him, Xhaka, and Ben White were the only like real good players in the majority of the game. Just didn't make sense to me.
A lot of people are just bored today. That's why they're trying to slander some of the players. We got a draw because the whole team in the second half dropped off. It's as simple as that.
I'm saying,
The
we were
team
lucky
game.
to come away with a point, man.
No, that's okay. Tommy's just taking it to the next level. But
Tommy, you're too hot and cold, bro. Earlier you said it's
I'm
2 points.
how much too hot and cold?
Because earlier you said 2 points dropped, then you said 1 point gained, then you said Southampton should have won. Now you're saying something else. Every 2 seconds you're saying a contradiction.
Giving the ball away, sloppy in the second half. Partey sloppy from him as well, and Vieira are sloppy as well when he came on. These players don't want to play. They act like they want to be in a title race. These players,
guys are comparing Jesus to Lacazette now.
Players.
Is this what we're doing?
Oh
I'm not comparing him to Lacazette because I think that's harsh.
no, you know.
I'm not saying he's Lacazette part 2. I'm not saying that shit.
All right. Enough said. Yo, guys.
I'm just saying. I
think us winning all these games have gotten to people's heads, and it made them think that we're better than we actually are. Like we've only dropped points twice this season. Twice. We're still first.
Yeah, I know twice, which is fine. But
so like these
we should be getting these 3 points.
Reactionary. We need to chill, calm down, have yourselves a wonderful day. Big up M, big up Yasin, big up Tommy for coming on. I'm gonna wrap it up here. Big up every single one of you guys in the chat. Shout out to all the people in the chat.
My birthday's tomorrow, and they didn't get me.
The channel doesn't do how it does.
Happy birthday to you, big
Don't
man.
forget to hit that like button. Don't forget that subscribe button.
28 tomorrow, man.
And we're out of here, people. We'll be back tonight with Vibes from the 6. Peace.
Peace.